All right. So initially, if you're applying for a non-immigrant visa, it used to be that you could be given um, up to 5 years, especially if it's a B1, B2. If you're a student, sometimes you could get a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, even up to 5 years, depending on the duration on your I-20 or how many years your program is going to last. Few months ago, we all heard that it has been reduced, unfortunately, to 3 months. So you could be a student and then you're applying for, you got admission into a PhD program, which is supposed to be like 5 years. However, you'll be given a single entry 3 months visa. Now, the good thing is that this decision has been reversed. So we are back to where you could get 5 years, 4 years, 3 years visa for either a visitor's visa or a student visa. So there are a couple of students that had 3 months coming this fall semester, and by probably November, it might have expired. But now the decision has been reversed. So this information was put out by the Honorable Minister um, Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa, saying that big win for Ghana, and this is very good news for especially a lot of international students who are coming to study in the U.S. And it reads that the U.S. visa restrictions imposed on Ghana has been reversed. Ghanaians are now eligible for 5-year multiple entry visas and other enhanced consular privileges. So this was posted on X by the Honorable Minister. And the good thing is that the U.S. Embassy has also posted the same, information on their website. So when such issues come, you want to be very careful, or you want to be very sure. So the U.S. Embassy also posted on their social media platform that the U.S. Embassy is pleased to announce that the maximum validity period for all categories of non-immigrant visas. This is very correct because the non-migrant visas span from the student visas, the visitors visas, the K visas, and all that. For Ghanaians have been restored to their previous length. So previously, it used to be multiple entry. It used to be that you could have more than the 3 months or a number of years. So it has been reversed. So the maximum validity allowed for B1, B2 visitor visa is again 5 years, multiple entry. The maximum validity, and this is where I am interested in, the maximum validity for F1 student visa is again for 4 years, multiple entry. So when you apply for a student visa, you could get up to this number of years, unlike previously where it used to be 3 months. So this is good news. So if you are a student, don't be scared. Initially, there were a couple of countries that were also given this same 3 months, like Nigeria. If you are from Nigeria, let us know if this issue has changed in your country. All right, this is the Study Abroad podcast. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. We do this every weekend. The reason is simple. People have gone through the study abroad process. People have already, achieved the scholarship, the teaching job, the nursing job that you want to also come travel to also pursue like a similar dream. So what I do is to invite these individuals who have the experience of going through the process to share their experience, their journey with you, so that it will serve as an inspiration for you who want to do it. Today, we are going the teaching route. How do you become a teacher, an international teacher in the US? You're a teacher in Ghana. Please pay attention. Stick to your phone. Stick to your television set, whatever platform you're watching us on. Stick to it. We have an experienced individual to explain to us how he transitioned from being a teacher back home in Ghana or Africa to being a teacher in the US. Of course, my co-host has always been Ben. Ben, how are you doing, and how is the UK? Your microphone is muted, so you have to unmute it, sir.
Yeah, I'm doing great. By the grace of God, UK too is fine. Just that gradually we are ushering into winter, so the
Yeah,
weather is getting cold gradually. Yeah.
awesome. Our guest is Teacher Note. Teacher Note, how do I say welcome in Ghana?
Oh, I think it's a very good way to start. Obake,
Okay,
Obake.
Teacher Note Obake.
Thank you. And we can also say Aquaba. I don't think they should be competing. I think we should be
Yeah,
yeah, we should be living harmoniously. it's not like one should be over the other. It's just
Mm.
that we just know that this is the group of people we are, and this is our culture.
And I saw your video and I loved it with your school kids. Okay, so a bit of introduction for people seeing your handsome face for the first time. Who are we talking to today?
Okay, so this is Note Nazir. A lot of my people know me as Nazir where I worked. So, but Note is my name, and you know, I've been teaching for the past like 18 years. I'm so young, but I have so much experience. I don't know why. Whenever I tell people like, oh, I mean, I'm under 40, but I have 18 years of teaching experience. So, yeah, that's what I've been. I wish that I did bachelor's degree in education because of my current teaching or profession. But I went to say Legon. I want to go to Legon. I went to go to Legon. I did political science and sociology. It didn't help in my journey here, but by God's grace, we still made it. And when I moved here last year, I've been thinking of how to create content, because sometimes when I see a lot of people's content, I try to critique it, but then I ask myself, I don't have anything out there, so why do I, So when I moved here, I'm like, okay, maybe I should start something where what I critique people about, I should be able to put it out there. So yeah, that's me.
So which year did you graduate from Legon? You said you studied political science and sociology, and I am very surprised. I'm sure a lot of people out there, and it will be interesting to know how you transition from political science graduate to becoming a teacher and all that. So, which year did you graduate from Legon, and so that we take it from there.
Oh yeah, my Legon program was a distance program. I think we were the first group or the second year they started this distance
Okay.
program. So that was from 2010 to 2014. So I graduated I think the graduation was in 2015, but
Mm.
actually the actual completion date was in 2014 where I graduated. So yeah, and then
Okay.
from there I went to Winneba to do my postgraduate diploma in education for 1 year. So that was also a sandwich program. I
Oh,
was there in 2015 to 2016.
oh, I see. So what actually inspired your decision to teach abroad?
Oh, for me, I have been an international school teacher in Ghana. I have never taught in the private schools like the Ghana schools. Like I don't have any GES experience. So if you ask me anything about GES, I don't know. I've
Oh,
been a private yeah, I've been a private school teacher all my life. So I didn't make all my grades to go to university when we competed, and my mates left to university and stuff like that. So then I started to look for something to do, and then I was first working as a waiter or a games attendant at a restaurant. After a year, I got this teaching job, and I'm like, maybe I should go and do it because it's much more flexible. So after working there for a year, I'm like, this is something I want to do. So then when I moved to the job place where I worked for 15 years, I'm
mm.
like, maybe I need to stay here and do my master's degree. Well, I do my bachelor's degree, use it to upgrade myself, and I used to use it to build my teaching career. So that's how it started.
Shout outs to my brother Raf. I think Raf is in Indiana. He actually came to Purdue University and he's currently working at Ball State. So he said he knew you. You guys used to work probably in the same institution. So
Yeah,
shout out.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Ralph. Yeah, he used to be our music teacher where Ryan International School.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and then
a
Ralph just ran away.
yeah, his musical prowess is amazing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
shout out
yeah.
to Ralph, man. So is it because you were teaching at an international school and you said you never had anything to do with GS? That is what gave you an upper hand to be able to teach abroad, or someone from GS can also teach abroad.
Oh, look, I've met people from like the rurals of Ghana who are teaching abroad. I think my international school experience can be a plus sometimes, but I think it's a field for everyone. Because the reason why I ventured into teaching abroad, for me, there was every at the beginning of every academic year, I write my goals for the academic year. I know what is the main focus for this academic goal. So every year when I look at it, and there was one year, I think 2017 or so. I'm like, at my workplace, they keep bringing like experts, and I'm like, and we always complain like we are better than this expert. The only thing they get is the fact that they come from abroad, and
Yeah.
so there was one year where I lost all my confidence, and like, maybe we are not good enough. Maybe we are. Then there was another year I said, no, I can do it. So then I started preparing. So that was 20, so I finished uni 2014. So and I was promoted to be a class teacher in 2015.
Mm.
Then, it was just a bit there complaining about the system and, whatever. The whole of 2017, I'm like, nah, 2018, I think I can do it. I think I'm good enough.
Okay.
So I had to, motivate myself throughout the year. And then 2018, I'm like, I had to travel to London for a course, and I met a lot of people. When I met them, the kind of discussions we're having, it boosted my morale even further, because we sat at a table of like 20 to 30 people, and I
Right.
was telling them about uh, PYP, like a Premier Years program, and all of them were amazed. So it boosted my confidence. I'm like, no, I can do this.
I
You
see.
know,
I see. So if you're just tuning in, this is the podcast with the Fred Effect. We are talking to Teacher Note. Teacher Note used to teach in Ghana, and now he's teaching in the US. He's sharing his journey with us, how he was able to transition from being a teacher back home in Ghana and now teaching in the US. How did he go about the process? How would you, listening to us, be able to go through a similar process? And Ben, if you want to come in, your microphone is muted. If you can unmute it.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, teacher, are you ready to teach us the way?
yeah. The way I mean, it's easy. It's for everyone to do. I mean, I went on this way myself. I didn't go, and I didn't use any agent. I had to research. And I was doing it on my own. My only struggle was that because my bachelor's degree isn't in education, I struggled a lot applying through like sponsorship agencies. But apart from that, I mean, I had to be applying to schools every day. Like if you see my emails from end of 2023 to the whole of 2024 up to like July, you cry. The emails I've sent to schools, it's so many, so many. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So do you think that maybe there is someone in SHS who is watching us now? Do you think the course that they need to study at the university, they should choose it wisely, or they can hop onto any program and then maybe later there can be a switch?
Well, like sometimes some people say follow your passion, but in Ghana or in any part, lots of parts of the world, following your passion alone is not enough. Like, okay, I wanted to be a lawyer first. I didn't get to go to school. Then I said, okay, let me be a teacher. And then I still wanted to go to Legon because I wanted to go to Legon. The certificates didn't help me now. So I think you need to think of what you do in the future and then decide on something that is worth it. But also, before you decide, look at the trajectory of people who are in the system already, who study the same course. See if there's something good or is something like the end product. I mean, I can't talk for everyone, but sometimes some people are lucky to leave the system and do something great. But how many of them? So maybe we need to decide on. For me, I was even coming to make a campaign of, look, everyone in Ghana, if you want to be a teacher, maybe do special education, because the amount of special education needs teacher in the US, maybe I'm thinking Ghana should take up their role and be like the whole world special education needs. Ghana has the top teachers or professors or something special education.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. But looking at our case, we've all been into the Ghana education system. Sometimes it's more like try and error, because we don't really know which pattern that if we follow is going to help us. For instance, general arts, like if you check the Ghana system at the moment, we have most of the students doing G arts, And when you go to the universities, when you check the social sciences and the humanities, we have plenty students over there. Now, how can we overcome such a challenge?
I think the first thing we need to do is to, reorient people to think that general arts isn't that one subject where it's going to kill all bears. We should be open to telling our people that when you learn carpentry or tiling or hairdressing, you can be equally as good when you position yourself well. We all don't have to go to school learning the same sociology, political science, and then we come in and we are looking at the government for something. But I think the first thing we need to reorient ourselves as new generation. We shouldn't just be saying, "Oh, I want to go to Legon." Yes, but what are you going to study? What will be the outcome? What do you want to achieve? Sometimes some people study and they don't even use the certificate. That's okay. But I think we should have a lot more people going into trade, and a lot also more people go into coding and design, computer design, software, because now on the H1B, Indians and Chinese are the highest in the US. I think Ghana we can do it. Any part of Africa we can do it. We just need to have the system for our citizens for them to go through it.
If you're just tuning in, you're welcome. We are speaking with Teacher Note. This is the podcast with effect. We do this and every weekend. So let's start with this one. What category of visa do you need to be on to be a teacher in the US? H1B, J1, and what category of visa is it?
Oh, okay. So that's a good one. So for teaching category, there are two. There's J1. J1 is a cultural exchange program.
Mhm.
It's for 3 years and can be extended for 2 years, making 5. So
Mhm.
you have a maximum of 5 years.
Mhm.
But then there are other ways to extend your stay. And that will be like getting a waiver and other things, or working with a lawyer. And then there's H1B.
Mhm.
So okay, one thing I didn't say about the J1 is that when you finish your program and you don't do the waiver, or you don't try to extend it, I mean, you have to go home for 2 years. If you want to come back to the US on that same program, you have to go home for 2 years and then apply after, and apply after 2 years. But with the H1B, also for teachers, you find people coming and their initial visa is for 3 years
Mhm.
and can be extended for an additional 3 years.
Mhm.
And then mostly some of their employers who apply for, how do you call it, a green card for them. So then they will be on it, and I mean they work there. So probably they're going to work there for a minimum of about 6 years, if not more.
Based on your experience, if somebody wants to come and teach in the US, what should they target? Should they go in for a J1? Should they go in for an H1B?
I think you should be open.
Okay.
I think you should be open. You shouldn't say, I'm only looking for J1, only looking for H1B. For me, I was looking for a job. When I got it, I'm like, okay, let me go. So don't target J1 or H1B. Like some people say with J1, oh, you can't, I mean, at the end, the waiver takes long and it may not come. Yes, but let me tell you, maybe when you come here, maybe US will not be for you after 5 years. You like to move somewhere else. You like to go somewhere else instead of the US. So still come for the 5 years, or you can maybe move to Canada, anywhere you want to move to. I mean, don't box yourself as in, oh,
Right.
for me, I'm just targeting H1B or,
Mhm.
and even this year, I mean, a few weeks ago, the president introduced some rules, and I'm looking to see how they are going to implement, especially H1B for teachers, because
Right.
teachers are in shortages in like teachers. Teacher shortages are in the US, so maybe there will be an exception for teachers, but let's see how it goes.
When you say you're coming in to be a teacher, are you going to teach at the high school level, undergraduate level? Are you teaching at the junior high school level? To somebody listening to us from Ghana, I don't want to use the terminologies in the US. I want to use so that if somebody is listening, they will. Do you teach at the primary level, primary school level? Do you teach at the high school level? Or what kind of teaching job is it?
Okay, so it varies. They are from K5, that is kindergarten in Ghana, or KG2,
Mhm.
to as high as being a professor. You can be on a J1.
Okay.
So the J1 is not only for elementary, middle school, or high school, or
Mm.
JHS or SHS. Everyone can be on it. If you are kindergarten teacher, crèche, KG, primary, um, JHS, SHS, you can
Mm.
be on it. Professors can be on it. And then also trainees, especially those who are doing culinary services
Yeah,
like
culinary services.
hospitality industry. Yes, they are also on the J1. Also, those doing summer work travel, au
Yeah.
pair, and those in SHS third year, they can also apply for J1 to stay with a family in the US and go after some months.
Right. We'll come to let's talk about the requirements now. That personally, how many years of teaching experience and what was your highest academic qualification before you started applying for the jobs?
Yeah. Frankly, this is you need just a bachelor's to be on a J1.
Okay.
You need a bachelor's to be on a J1, but your bachelor's must be in education or in a
Mhm.
subject you want to teach. So
Oh.
even it's not in education, like in my case, you're going to go on a long route. You're going to look for schools and send them direct application is going to be long.
Mm.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes you may get a school in after 10 applications or 20 applications. That's, but apart from that, you need to apply through visa agencies. So you need your bachelor's degree. It's very important. Bachelor's degree. Even if you have a master's in education, they will always refer to your bachelor's degree to make sure that you have the right qualification.
Okay, so the first thing is that you do not necessarily have to have a bachelor's degree in education, but you should have a bachelor's degree.
No, it must be in education. If
Oh.
your bachelor's degree is in education, you may be going on a much less stressful route.
Mhm.
Yeah, but if you have teaching experience and you don't have anything in education, any qualification in education, you can go like in my route. I had like 15 years, I think 17 years when I was applying
Mhm.
and
Of experience there.
teaching experience. Yeah, but you don't need that. The minimum teaching experience you need is 2 years.
Oh, okay.
2 years
Okay.
teaching experience. So if you have 2 years teaching experience, you can do the direct application like I did.
You also mentioned that your bachelor's degree was in political science and sociology, but you did a 1 year in at University of Education Winneba, which was a
Mm,
certificate in education.
mm.
So do you mean that the certificate in education you did, sort of made up for you not having a bachelor's degree in education?
Frankly, it didn't.
Okay.
It didn't because there a lot when I did my evaluation, a lot of the visa the sponsorship agencies were like, we don't know how to situate this because it's postgraduate diploma in education.
Mhm.
It's not like a diploma and it's not like a master's degree. It's hanging in there. So then they were like, okay, you have a bachelor's degree, so that's what we are working with. Yeah,
Mhm.
so it didn't really help. I mean, in terms of professionally, I do have it as something a course that trained me, but apart from my application to the US, it didn't really help much.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
So to make people with a qualification in education is easier, and
Yeah,
you may not have a qualification in education, just that it's going to be like a longer route for you compared to somebody who already have a bachelor's in education.
yeah,
That, that,
yeah. But I have also heard people who say they have the qualifications, they've applied through the agencies, and they've not been selected for like 2 consecutive years. So then I'm also thinking, what's happening? But also to for people to know that there are lots of people applying every year. So sometimes when you are doing application, just invest a little more time and make sure you put in all the details, and then you increase your chances.
all right. So teacher note, if somebody wants to apply to a school and they ask me, Mr. Fred, I have a bachelor's, I want to apply for master's. There are a list of documents they need to put together.
Mm.
If somebody wants to become a teacher, they are already teaching, probably at a high school, primary school. What document do they have to start putting together in order to start applying?
Okay, so I think we mentioned a bachelor's degree, right?
Okay.
So we need a bachelor's degree in education or in
Mm-hmm.
a subject you want to teach.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you need. So
Yeah.
if you have that, you can apply through agencies. There are agencies you need to work with. If you
Okay.
don't have that, you're going to send your application directly to the schools. Then
Oh,
apart from
if
that,
you could pause there. I
yeah,
get it. So you have a bachelor's degree you can teach in the US.
Mm.
But if it's not in education, you have to apply to the job directly. If
Yes.
you have a bachelor's in education, there are actually agencies that
Mm.
could assist you, make it easier and shorter. That's what you mean.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So these are the two
you had
routes.
you had no agency, you had to apply directly
Yes.
because you didn't have the bachelor's in education.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then most people will still come back and work with agency, even though I didn't apply through my agency. When I
Mhm.
got a job offer, I still had to work with an agency because they are the one that will sponsor your work visa to the US.
Mm,
So
mm.
you still have to work with. But there are some public schools that sponsor J1
Mhm.
teachers themselves, so they don't need any agency. So if
Okay.
you find one of those, that will also help.
All right. So, teacher, Nute, what happens is that you need to watch the camera, right? So that the viewers you think you're looking at them. If you watch on
Yeah,
your laptop, like you
I don't
see,
know. That my setting is like my camera is way ahead, like
that's where
here,
you have
but
to
it
watch.
looks like
Yeah,
I'm looking down.
yeah. So you have to watch on the camera then.
Okay, okay. Let me
What I'm
do it.
doing. It's sometimes tricky, but you know.
No, but then I have too much headroom.
No, I think you should keep it that way, but still, try to see if you could just look
Mm,
into the camera. You will not be seeing me because you can't watch, you can't see your laptop. But
okay,
from time
okay,
to time, that's what I do. I'll be switching so that they know
okay.
you're looking at them this way.
Mm.
Okay, so you, we have our bachelor's degree qualification, and then we know that we can go through two routes. We either apply directly to the institution ourselves, or we go through an agency. We have these two routes. What other documents do we need to put together?
Okay, so the next thing we need to put together is to have a bachelor's degree evaluated by
Okay,
either West or Spantran.
I see.
If you have a bachelor's degree in education, so we need to have that evaluated.
If
Then, whilst yeah,
if you are listening to us, you're hearing about WES the first time is World Evaluation Services, right? So you have a qualification. They need to authenticate it to know that okay, it's teacher Note who had this qualification and it's equivalent in the US or the country you want to go to, the equivalent. So either in Canada or in the US. So WES is the World Evaluation Services, and Spantran is like another company or an alternative for West. So either Pepsodent or Closer. That's what we are saying. Anyway, let's go.
yeah, so you have your bachelor's and then you have your evaluated documents. Another thing we need is your police report from your country. You need a police report. Then you need recommendation letters from one from your supervisor in Ghana, anywhere in the world, and
Mhm.
then one from your colleague.
Okay, so if you're listening to us, both on TikTok and then on the StreamYard, if you can be typing the document. So Teacher Note mentioned you should have a bachelor's degree in the first place. So can somebody be helping us type it in the comment section? Bachelor's degree. We
Mm,
should have our transcripts evaluated,
mm,
and then we should also have our police report. So somebody should
yeah.
help us type them in the comment section so that we can be keeping track of their list. Teacher Note, let's move on.
Okay, so three document, and I mentioned police report.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then you also need driver's license.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, Fred, you can attest that, like in the US, when you come,
Yeah,
you need to know how to drive in a way or form because
yeah,
yeah, you need a lot of the sponsorship agencies will not really consider your application if you don't have a driver's license.
right.
Let me tell so like when I arrived here last year, I think I got a car in December, and then I drove the car off the showroom. It was in December, so we don't have much of daylight. So I think it was around 5 p.m. It was almost dark everywhere.
Yeah,
And I was supposed to drive the car like 40 minutes to my apartment. Like, even though I've been driving for a while, like 4 or 5 years in Ghana before I came here, I was just shaking on the road.
yeah. Because the driving is a little bit different
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you need to know how to drive. You need to have a driver's license. And
And,
then
and
you also
and this means that driver's license should be from your country, right?
yes, yes,
Okay, okay.
yes,
That's
yes.
okay.
You need a driver's license. And then
Okay.
you also need I mentioned recommendation letters. And
Mhm.
then you also obviously should be able to speak good English.
Okay.
So basically, these are the basic things you need to apply.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, Ben, I don't know if you want to come in, but yeah, we are set with the document. Now we are going to start. I'm going to ask about how long it's going to take, how much should we be saving to put into the entire process, and a couple of other questions. Ben, let's move on. If you have other questions.
Yeah, so please, I need a quick clarification with regards to the driver's license. Do you have to upgrade to international driver's license or just the local one?
Okay, good one. So you need to come in with your local one. And when I was coming, I also did international driver's license, but I don't know whether here they don't have reciprocity with Ghana, so it didn't really matter. I had to just go and write a test and get the license here.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
but for
okay.
application purposes, you need to have a license.
Yes, to show that you know how to drive.
Yeah,
Oh,
when it
okay.
comes to the international license and stuff like that, obviously it differs from state to state. There are some
Mm,
states, if you go there, like they can easily transfer it for you. There are some
mm,
states you need to start all over. That one
yeah,
would differ according to the state
mm,
you're going to.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ben, go on, please.
Okay, so I just want to know, we have someone in Ghana, maybe perhaps the person has education background about to graduate, but now Ghana, they've introduced the teacher licensure exams. Do you think it's relevant? Do you have to get teacher licensure exam before I can apply to teach, or I can skip that?
Okay, good question. So if you have the teacher licensure, it's great. If you don't have it, it's okay. You can apply without it. It's not the main thing we're going to look at now is your qualification and experience. Yeah, but so these are the document that is required. But if you have a teacher license, yes. If you don't have it, it's okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you also mentioned a number of experience. You said how many years, which boils down to what Ben is saying that immediately you graduate, will the national service experience be okay? How many years of experience do
Uh,
you
so for me, I feel you can count your national service. So far as it's an experience, it's a teaching experience, you can count it. I mean, I don't think 1 year teaching will just go down the drain. I think you should be able to count it. And then, so if you did 1 year of national service, you should have 1 year of teaching on the job. And it shouldn't be like government school. It can be private school. It can be a corner school. So far as it's a school where you are educating other students, you are good to go.
I see. So if somebody is setting out to work on this process,
Mm.
how much should the person be saving towards? Like what should be the anticipation that am I going to spend 20 Ghana cedis, 30 Ghana cedis on this process? Of course, certain things will change. How you're going to get your transcript up to you. Police report may differ according to the police headquarters you go to. And all these documents, we are taking that part out.
Yeah.
How much is involved to be able to start or be successful with this whole process?
Okay, good question because a lot of people message me, and then when I tell them, okay, the first step is go do your worst evaluation. That is when I know that a lot of people are interested. I say, go do your worst evaluation. When you finish, then come back. They're
Yeah.
like, wow, like 220, the money is a lot. I say, yeah, it's a lot. If you want to do it, I mean, this is not any money I'm charging like to me. I'm not saying give me like $100 to help you. I'm saying go and do this and use it to apply. So I
But
use that to gauge those who are interested.
before
Okay,
you go
go do
on,
your best.
for school application, the worst evaluation is required, right?
Yeah.
But there are some schools that will not require the worst. But for the teaching, there's no way around it.
No, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no. You need your evaluation. As
Mm.
sometimes if you did direct application and the school is an agency,
Mhm.
yeah, maybe you get away with it. But
Yeah.
9 out of 10, you'll be working with an agent who asks you for your transcript. So I don't think you should just wait and see what will happen. So
Okay.
yes, you need your worst evaluation, and it's between $220 to $280. And then you also need
And I want to provide a
lose.
bit of clarification that when you are evaluating your transcript, they ask you whether you want to use it for a job or you want to use it for school. So, teacher note, if I choose school, maybe I wanted to come and study, and I'm fa. Can I use that, the school evaluation to come and apply for job?
The good answer is yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, you can
I
use
don't
it.
need
So
to
if
go back to worse and do the whole thing
No,
again.
no, no, no. Some people go to upgrade, but you can still use it. If it's evaluated, you can still use it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, but normally if you're using this for teaching abroad, you have to choose the one for employment. Yeah. So yes, we have our evaluated documents, and then you need your police report done. Another thing you need to do, which doesn't, you need your visa fees,
Mhm.
180, and then you need service fees. That's about
200?
220.
Yeah,
200, okay, roughly.
220.
So I think these are the major fees that you need. Apart from that, some of the sponsorship agencies do charge program fees. So
Okay.
in the case of mine, my sponsorship agency charge 2007
Mm.
as program fees.
2007 Ghana cedis or dollars?
No, dollars. So yeah, they charge 2007. And then I say this a lot of time on my life. I get pissed because I applied to that agency. They told me I don't qualify for their program. And
Mm.
I went on to do my direct applications. When I got a click, then my employer told me, oh, we work with an agency and we want you to work with them.
Oh,
What is
okay.
the agency? Oh, this agency. I don't like mentioning them because like I'm
Yeah.
giving them mileage. Because it pains me so much. And then they told me, okay, we are ready to take you on, but you need to pay this 2007. I'm like, you didn't give me the job.
Yeah.
Like I have to pay for this.
No, no, did
So
you say $2,700 or $2,007?
$2,700.
Okay, almost like $3,000 there.
3,000, yeah.
Okay.
So then that's some agencies may take less or more depending. And there
Mm.
are other agencies that completely take nothing. They are not going to take anything from you. But
Yeah.
word of caution, those who do not take any money, their standards are so high.
Mm.
If you don't fill your forms well, there are thousands of people on the application. They are just going to move on.
I see.
Yeah,
All right.
this year I have my friend from secondary school. The wife was trying to apply, and in Ghana, like if you are a math teacher or English teacher, you can show up when you have a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they asked her how many hours she worked, I think she tallied the amount of hours she teaches in the school and then presented it, and then I think it was like 20 hours or so when she tallies everything. And the agency said, no, we can't work with you because this is part-time work. And
Oh,
that was it. That she has everything. That was the reason why they didn't put her on the program.
Okay, so on that note, if it happens like that, is there a refund?
so what he means is that there are agencies that did not charge anything. So he is talking about agencies that charge and agencies that don't charge.
So yeah, so I mean, if like I've been charged and I got refused,
No,
is there a refund?
no, you not get refused in the first place because you only pay when you get a job offer and then you are starting the process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we are talking about visa yet, but we are talking about the fact
Yeah,
that
we are
she,
talking about the teaching process. Okay.
yes, okay, yeah. So she didn't pay, and this is a free agency. So that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. The free ones have tons of applications, so you must get your things, everything creeps,
Mm.
So all she needed to say is that she worked for like 40 hours, but it's just the culture in Ghana that you just go when you have a lesson, So they had to not they didn't take her application, and they were really ready to come this year, but
In terms of the school application process, bro, you do not necessarily have to have all the money ready to begin. Does it is it the same when it comes to applying for a teaching job? Do you have to have my worst evaluation, police report money, visa application fee money, service fee money ready before I begin, or I can be getting the money as I go along the process?
Okay, that's a very good question. So I tell people this every time. If you don't have the money,
Mhm.
do all the documents and put it down. I mean, get all your documents, evaluate it, get your document recommendation, every single thing that you need. When
Mm.
the agencies with free application open up, be the first to apply.
Oh,
If
okay.
you postpone to like December, January, February, most of the free ones will have tons of application, and most of them will do screening. They will call you like we are having like interview and stuff. It's going to take so long. So start now if you want to do it. start now, get all the things. If not, next year or maybe yeah, by January, February, a lot of the paid agencies will now be actively working, and then you have to work through them. So
Mm.
you decide which one you want to. You can start cutting your cost now, or you pay the sponsorship agencies later.
All right. So with the sponsorship agencies, you sign up, and then when you secure a job, you now pay the money.
Yes.
You mentioned that your agency was looking at 2,700. Are there
Mhm.
cheaper ones? Are there more expensive ones?
Yes, and the 2,700 was the program fees, but then I
Mhm.
had to pay them $200 to register. And I
Oh,
didn't get that. I didn't get that when I was with you. They told me I can't, I didn't qualify for their program. But
mm,
then I, I got it back when my school told me I should work with them. But there are
right.
other agencies that, they charge cheaper. Some charge 1,007, some people charge 3,000. But sometimes when you get a public school, I don't know how they work it, but sometimes the schools will pay for your program fees for you. Yeah, like when some schools will pay for your program fees for you. I think they have some math they do around that. But yeah, so if you get something like that,
How long will the entire process take? So if you ask me about how long is it going to take for me to complete a study abroad process, I'll tell you give yourself 3 to like a year for the entire process of admission, scholarship, visa to be successful. So how long is it going to take if somebody decides to go on this route?
so if you're doing direct applications, so
Mm,
for me, I started applying through agencies end of 2023, like
mhm,
getting to November, December, and I was getting a lot of rejections. So
mhm.
then I prepared myself for January.
Okay.
But the ultimate goal is that by July, everyone should be in the US.
Mm,
July, September, you should be in the US. So it can be any time from 4 months, 6 months to even 7 months, depending. So some people have started applying now. But for my direct application, I intensified it from January to like July.
the agencies you keep on mentioning, to be very clear to people listening to us, are they agencies back home in Ghana or they are agencies in the US? And how do people get to know these agencies?
So these are like US government vetted agencies. They are not like agency backing. And I think in some countries they are third party agencies. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I also know that in Ghana, some people are like agents. Yeah. But the agency I'm talking about are US vetted agencies. And
Mm,
if you want to find them, I always want people to go to the website to get the agencies themselves.
okay.
j1visa.state.gov.
Oh, okay.
j1visa.state.gov. And I'm talking about J1 application. I'm not talking about H1B. This is J1 application. So when you go there, you'll find a list of sponsors. You'll find a list of sponsors. You choose anyone that you want to work with.
Okay. So I'm trying to share the website. You said J1 versus the state.
J1visa.state.gov.
This is the first time you are hearing about the website. We'll be sending the link directly to the comment section as well. It makes it easier if you want to. So let me see if I can share that real quick. Is this the correct website?
It has Bridge USA. Yeah, Bridge USA website. Yes.
Okay. So if you Google Bridge USA, so BRIDJE, and then you add USA to it, it takes you directly there. So this is
Yeah.
the website where you could find the agencies that
Yeah. So yeah. Fred, go to programs. Click on programs.
okay.
So you can see a list of programs that the U.S. government is, sponsoring people to come to the U.S. to do,
Mhm.
and teachers, we are there in the list. So you choose teachers, and then you find the agencies that do sponsor teachers to come to the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 I see. So where do I find the agencies? Find a program
So
sponsor?
yeah, find a program sponsor, and
Oh, okay.
then so as I said, the J1 is not only for teachers. So you just have to be going next, 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 next.
Oh, I see.
You
I see.
find teachers, you know, the
Oh,
teacher sponsors.
I see. I see. All right. So when you go through, then there is a link already here that will lead you to their direct website.
Yes, direct
And you can also
website.
filter them by their name if you do know their name, the state in which they are located, or the state in which you are interested in teaching. It will not be advisable to restrict yourself to one state, because then you sort of um like lose out on opportunities in other states.
Yeah, yeah. You may be open. If you want to teach in the US, I know people who are teaching in Hawaii. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's a great
People
place.
think Hawaii is not part of the US. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I was checking. I think I was talking to my colleague this week, and we were talking, and he said the last time he flew to Hawaii was from Los Angeles. Or I asked him how many hours. He said 11 hours. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. That
11?
is the other time I
Well,
was passing through New Mexico, and some people think New Mexico is not part of US. It's in Mexico or something. Like
okay.
New Mexico is part of US too. Okay, so yeah, so that is the website. It's called Bridge USA, and I'll be sharing the link to the website in the comment section. Ben, if you want to go on, so welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're actually live across all the Fred Effect social media platforms. We're live on TikTok. We are live on YouTube, X, Instagram, and also we are live on Facebook as well. We do this and every weekend on Saturdays when it is 5:30 GMT, and then you can tune in. We normally bring people who have been through the process. They share their experience, their journey with you. It makes it easier if you want to do it. If this is the first time you're coming across this platform, be sure to subscribe and share with someone who is also interested in studying abroad, teaching abroad, nursing abroad. We do all that. Ben, please, let's go.
Yeah, teacher. So after contacting the paid agency, does it mean that if I submit all my documents, I should sleep, they are going to find a job for me?
Yeah, when you submit your document, I think that is the most important thing. And then they are going to link you up to schools. So that's what the sponsorship agencies will do. They are going to link you up to school. So if you meet all the qualifications and you provided everything that they ask you to provide, then they are going to link you up to school. So that's what the agencies will do.
So they link you, then you apply.
No, so they will link you up to your CV. Everything will be on their website, and then they will suggest you to a school. So the school will look at your CV. I'm like, okay, maybe you want to consider Teacher Note. Then we'll call Teacher Note for an interview. Then you go and do your interview, and when you are done, then they will send your details to the agency again, and then they will begin the process of sponsoring your visa to come to the US.
Okay. Then that so the agency role has to do with the linkage and then sponsoring of your visa.
Okay, yes.
All right,
Yes.
good. So now, so it means that you don't have to worry yourself booking for visa interview date.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
how it means?
Yes. The visa interview date is when you book the visa interview date, sometimes in Ghana there are not a lot of time. I mean, they don't have appointment dates. So you have to get how do you call it? I think expedited appointments. The embassy will
Okay.
give you expedited appointments so that you bring your dates, forward, or you bring your date closer to a much better time.
Oh, okay. So you are going to search for your own date?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So
Yeah.
so far so good. Teaching in USA. How's it feeling?
Frankly, it's not different from what I'm used to. It's not so different because teaching is the same. You want to teach students, you want to impact, you are managing student behavior, you are making sure that students do their work, there's assessment and stuff like that. But I mean, every culture is different. I mean, the students in US, they are different, and we have to acknowledge that they are more open, they are boisterous, they are enthusiastic. Sometimes they want to invade your space. They want to, push you to the limit. They want to turn the buttons on a bit. So, this is something even, I mean, this is something you have to do. You have to take care of when you are coming to teach in the US. It's exciting to be here, but then also there are challenges that it does come with.
Okay, that's interesting. I think we have to come back to that point again so that you give us more.
Yeah. I wanted to have that comparison. Let's start with the money aspect.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the same currency, but I'm trying to. We are not doing the conversion.
Hmm.
Mm, if you could give us approximately how much you were earning for the 12 years, and now in a month, how much is the teaching, so that somebody who is probably having something to do in Ghana would be able to make an informed decision that I'm not assuming I'm going to get millions of dollars when I travel to teach in the US, and this is what I'm earning at the moment. Would it make sense to even make all these sacrifices to go through this process in the first place?
Fred, that's a very good question. And I like the fact that you say we shouldn't do conversion. And it is something I don't like doing because then
Yeah,
sometimes it distorts the arguments.
yeah,
So like sometimes when I go to buy kinky here, that is $5, I take it to be 5 CDs, 5 on 5. Yeah,
exactly.
I do 5 on 5. So um frankly, I have to say that I'm a bit privileged from where I'm coming from in Ghana, like where I used to teach.
Right.
Salary levels were, I mean, way better than a lot of places I know in Ghana.
Mm,
But when I was leaving, I mean, I left RIN in 2023. Then I was home for like 7 months. Not do. I mean, I didn't have any job. I was looking for a job. I didn't find one. Then
mm.
I found another school that was willing to pay, and they were willing to pay 15K CDs a month.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, voila, maybe I've hit the jackpot. But then I've taught in Ghana, like I really want to like go abroad and
Mm,
experience teaching abroad and stuff. So then it's not just about the money, it's about the experience. Frankly, here I don't have so much money. I haven't saved so much money as of now,
yeah.
but I'm happy that I'm learning a lot of things I haven't learned in my life for like the
That-
past
that's,
whatever years, you know.
that's,
So I'm not here.
let's do the approximation. Like,
Mhm.
I know in the US mostly they pay either weekly or bi-weekly. How is it? And that would depend on your state though. Back
Yeah,
home it's paid monthly. Over here
mhm.
it's every 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Here they pay 2 weeks. So um but if you are looking at 5 on 5 and 1 on 1,
Mm,
I would say I was earning more in Ghana.
okay.
If you're doing that, if we're doing 5 on 5 and 1 on 1,
Mm,
because in
yeah.
Ghana I was getting 15,000
Mhm.
15,000 cities salary a month.
Okay.
I'm not don't think I get 15,000
Yeah.
currently. No,
There
I'm
is,
not
yeah,
getting
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so but then if we are converting, then the US one will obviously go
definitely,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
because of
and
the
the
estate.
quality of life is different.
Exactly. If you're a teacher back home in Ghana, let us hear from you in the comment section on TikTok and also on Facebook, on YouTube. Let us know what is your salary. Are you taking 1,005, 2,000, 3,000? A month. Which level do you teach? Are you teaching at a high school? Are you teaching at a junior high school level, primary school level? That's great. Yeah. Somebody's asking 15,000 a month. Yeah, it depends on where you teach. Oh. Not in Ghana.
Yeah. So
No, there are
that's why
some.
I'm saying that I'm privileged. That's why I had to say that I'm privileged.
No,
So,
but
and
the
even I
number,
work with people who were earning more than me. So it tells you like how much people were.
yeah, the number of years of experience and the place you were teaching. Like
Mm,
back home in Ghana, there are some places that rent is more expensive than in the US.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so some people are paying higher rent and stuff like that back
Mhm.
home compared to this place. But I agree with you, the quality of life and stuff like that. All right, if you are just tuning in, we are talking to teacher Norte. So I wanted to understand what do you think are some of the things you've learned here as a teacher that if implemented back home in our education system is going to be helpful.
Oh, wow, that's a good question. So, like this past few weeks, I've been looking at similarities and differences between teaching in Ghana
Mhm.
and I always talk about my perspective because, as I said, I've never taught in the GES. I've never taught in like I'll call it a Ghana private school like Morning Stars or anything. I have never. My experience is only international school, like
Mhm.
GIS kind of level, Lincoln.
Yeah.
Ariane is one of the best schools in Ghana. I
Mhm.
mean, we have I mean, some politicians, we have so many of them, their kids there. So, um, Fred, what's the question?
The question was, what are some of the things that you have taught back home, and
Mm,
probably I'm trying to think about this question because you where you were teaching, if you are teaching at Ghana International School, it's not the same as teaching in Bole Bamboy, Sumpoiri,
yeah,
RCGHS.
yeah.
You understand? So that's I wanted to know, like, some of the things that you've learned here
Mm,
that you can that could be implemented back home that will help with the system.
okay, okay. I think. So now I think the main thing here is that here people are on time coming to work. No one is like, oh, I'm coming at 8:39. If whenever you're coming at 8:39, 10, it's taken from your PTO.
So,
Like,
so you're talking about whether you have a lesson or not. So back home, if a high school teacher, they have maybe the bungalow in the school,
mm,
they only come to school when they have a lesson.
yeah.
But you are saying that you have to report in the morning, even
Mm.
if your lesson is 3 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
And definitely, frankly, I'm telling you, you're not going to sit down till your lesson is 3 p.m. There's something for you to do. Like if
Oh,
you're assigned to go and assist someone, or you're like assigned to, there's no free time. I tell you,
uh,
I had free time back home teaching in Ghana than I have here.
oh,
Like
okay.
even on the schedule, there's no free time. The only free time is like a prep, 45 minutes. 45 minutes, you may be marking or doing something else. But in
Mm,
back home where I was teaching, I mean, I had more prep times on my timetable than
mhm.
here. Here I
Oh,
don't. I'll have like 45 minutes. Back home I'll have like sometimes 1 hour, and I have like 1 hour break, and then but here I don't have a lot of room. But also one thing here that I've learned that we can implement in Ghana, apart from being at school, whether you have a lesson or not,
mm,
is the fact that there are coaches and mentors for you. So like my principal and academic dean will meet every week and talking about specific things. Okay,
okay.
maybe Mr. Dona, this one needs to improve. Maybe we need to manage the students this way better. This is one thing that I really love about teaching.
Mm,
That's one thing that I really like about teaching here. And then also teaching strategies, and also getting to know different cultures and what they think, and how they see things. So I trick my student and I ask them, is orange because it's orange, or is orange?
mm.
And they say it's orange because it's orange. But I tell them no. In Ghana, the orange is green. They said no, that is lemon. You see the perspective. So I had to make my brother send me a photo of like orange is cutting green, and I had to
Mm,
show it to them for them to have. So I mean, these are some of the differences and the similarities. So these are some things: being punctual, being at work, having a coach, professional development. Now, I also say that where I used to teach, professional development is top notch every single time. Like we travel abroad to go for professional development. Some people travel abroad, not all of us, but
mm,
when we are not able to travel abroad, we get experts coming to train us to do training. So, I mean, these things are similar: professional development always, every time. And I
right.
must give credit to RN International School where I used to work, because they were consistently doing
Mm,
professional development with like world-renowned trainers or things. Here, I have professional development, but it's not as it's not from like a big name in education compared to here. We still have professional development, but it's a lot built on trying to know the school culture. So this is how we do it. This is how we mark. This is how we praise students. This is how we award. This is how we do our reports. Things like that.
we will pick questions in the comment section, and obviously Ben will come in. But this is what I ask everybody. Um, Looking at what you went through to get here, if you were supposed to restart this whole entire process again, what would you do differently?
Like as in the process to apply for teaching in America.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I'll do anything different, because my case is, if I'm applying through the visa agencies,
Mhm.
yes. I mean, but if like coming here, my experience, what would have been different is the fact that when I initially came, I underestimated like what I can do in the classroom. I overestimated. I'm like, oh, I've taught students for like 6 years, 10 years, 15 years. I should be able to handle these kids. But I forgot that this is a different cultural setting. And
Yeah.
then so last year I had a rough start. It was rocky. I had a
Mm.
rough start. Yeah. So I mean that is one thing that okay, I need to get down my high horses and calm down and be like, I'm ready to learn. This is a different crop of people. I should be ready to learn right on the go. I shouldn't say, well, maybe your strategies could work, but
Mm.
also get to know that these people they come from a different environment.
Can people, when they get this teaching job, travel with their family? If they have kids, if they have spouses, can they travel with them?
Yes. If you are married, you can travel with them. If you are married as a J1, you can travel with them. If you are married as a J1, when your wife comes, I think you apply for work authorization after wife or husband, depending on which way. So it takes about 3 to 4 months. I mean, if everything goes through right. So your wife or husband can start working right away. But when you come on H1B, you have to wait till the fourth year
Mm.
or you can start working. So that's going to be a long time. You can't do legal work. We are
Mm.
talking about legal work. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't do anything like that. You have to wait until the green card is filed for your spouse before and after the person has gotten the green card, then you can work. That's one of the things with the H1B and then J1.
Yeah, we will talk about your visa interview, but looking back, has this process been worth it? Considering that you were comparatively, if you were receiving a good salary back home, you had a good offer, and you wanted to change environment, relocate. Has it been worth it?
I would say yes and no. I'll
Okay,
say yes.
I
I
want
don't.
to hear the no first.
I'll say no because, like here, you get money. When you get sick without insurance, you're in debt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, medical bills will offset you back like 5 years. So it's one thing, and it's one thing I'm dealing with. So you come here, good. You don't have insurance, medical bills, like you are paying like 10,000, $6,000. That money that you haven't seen before in your life. So
Yeah.
yeah, but in terms of good, yes. I mean, now I'm even apart from teaching, I'm learning a lot about social media. I'm trying to meet new people, and it's here that I'm trying to polish my social media skills. Like,
Mhm.
this summer I signed up for a course. I mean, this buying the course and everything is like $500, and even
Wow.
though I don't have money in my account, but then I'm like, it's worth it. I know what I want to do with this.
Mm.
So let me go on that route. So I think it's worth it. I mean, people come to the US for different reasons. Your reason may be different from mine,
Mhm.
but as I said, yes and no. You choose both sides, and I like that because I mean that's how life is. You can't have it all rosy. You have it. It can be rosy and then blend, whatever.
All right, awesome. We'll be picking some questions in the comment section. If you do have questions, we'll be reading out them to Teacher Note to respond to them. It's been a great session. We've been speaking to Teacher Note. You're not late. Remember that this live session will still be live across all the Fred Effect social media platforms. And Teacher Note has great social media platforms. He has been going on live on TikTok, explaining the process. I love it when people go through a process and then they are not gatekeeping. They tell us what they learned through the process, how you can do it, and things that they did that didn't go well for them that you should avoid as well. Talk to us about your social media platform. You just mentioned it. Which platforms can we find you on, and what are the names we should search for? And then we take it from there.
So my TikTok is teacher underscore naughty,
Okay.
teacher underscore naughty. Or if you type nothing as you're still going to see me. Teacher underscore naughty on TikTok and Instagram. Teacher underscore naughty one, and on Facebook is naughty Nazir. On
Awesome.
YouTube is also naughty Nazir.
If you're watching us on TikTok, follow Teacher Note right now. I'll be sharing the YouTube platform, the other platforms I can share on StreamYard so that you can search for it and follow. If you want to teach in the US, this is somebody who has been through, not gatekeeping, showing you how you can go about it. He's been live almost all the time to explain how the process goes. So if people have done something, you shouldn't struggle to do it. It's easy, don't stress yourself. When you can comment, please.
Yeah, teacher Thank you so much for your time. So I have two questions at the moment. So the first one, how easy or difficult can I lose my sponsorship after getting into the United States?
Good question. Oh, you can lose it in the next minute. That is one thing. You can lose it in the next minute. So I think one thing I also need to be talking on my social media and teaching in abroad is, as I said, the culture is different. Here when you come, like in Ghana, sometimes when a child does something misbehaves, like, hey, Charlie, like, these are in Ghana, we take it to be like normal threats, like, but no one is going to report you. But here, it's a big issue. Like if you threaten someone, they can just cancel your visa sponsorship, and in the next 30 days you have to be home. Okay, so you can lose your sponsorship in minutes if you are also not following your visa regulations. I mean, you know that you don't have to break your visa rules. If you are a J1 teacher, always ask with your sponsor if you can do a second job. If you can't do a second job, don't do it. If they say you can do a second job, you are good to go. So your sponsorship can be lost in minutes. And I know someone who, I don't know, I mean, someone told me about someone they came with a few months ago, and the person's sponsorship has to be canceled because of something that happened at school, and any issues with harassment, sexual harassment, no touching, no whatever. No, I mean, sometimes you can raise your voice a bit, but it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't go with your hand, or it shouldn't be like it's an abuse.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So this just a follow up. So if I lose my sponsorship, is there a chance for me to travel back to the US again? Or that is it?
Yes, you can travel to the US, but definitely not on the J1. You should be on another visa category, like the US. There are so many visa categories. So if you are not on the J1, you probably come on a visit or maybe on your green card. But hopefully the incident that happened is not reported as something on your file. I don't know how they're going to treat it. So I mean, it shouldn't be that bad a record or something bad. I mean, people leave, they come like after 1 month, like, you know what, the culture here, I can't teach. I want to go back home. That's okay. You can apply for another visa category and come.
All right. Then my last question with respect to that would be like if I am teaching, let's say I'm there and I started teaching, let's say from class, or I started teaching in class 6. Can I progress to teach in maybe senior high? And how is the process like? Or any class I receive on my sponsorship, that's the only class I'm going to teach as long as I stay in the US?
That's a good question. You can teach any class as long as it's within the school hours. So, like last year, I was teaching fifth grade. If I want to teach sixth grade or seventh grade, all I need to do is talk to my principal and say, oh, maybe next year I want to teach seventh grade. If there's vacancy, they can move you up. So you can be teaching any level in the school. If you want to teach like nursery, kindergarten, crèche, you can go ahead if there is vacancy. And if the school will allow you, no problem.
Oh, okay. So there's that kind of flexibility in there. Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right. Fred, you can come in.
Yeah. Let's see. We want to pick some questions in the comment section so we can respond to them. How many minutes do you have for us, Janity?
Oh, we can. Let's go on.
Okay. Let's see. Somebody's asking that, Sylvester, thank you for watching us on YouTube. How is classroom management in the USA? What are some of the challenges of teaching in the USA compared to Ghana? I think you mentioned some of the challenges, but let's talk about how is classroom management. So I had an opportunity to teach, bro, and then my office is in the class, and then the students will rather come to my class. In Ghana, you would rather go to the classroom because they have their chair and decks already. And so how is it like? How is it like?
Student management. I mean, Yeah, classroom management, teacher management. Here, like the culture is a bit different. So like even back home, like what I'm used to, international school, that what we call like what we want to do in the Ghana public school, you can't do it there. So
Yeah.
like someone misbehaves in Ghana and like, or maybe in the Ghana where I used to teach, where I mean this is the school policy. So we have to, so if someone is not listening to you, you give them, you tell them, oh, I mean, listen, the lesson is going on. If the person continuously, distract the lesson, you're going to write the person's name on the board and give the person one cross,
Hmm.
like one cross. So until the third cross, like there will be a consequence. Either you're going to take some, we give them some points, like positive point or negative point. So we're going to take some of the points, but if it happens continuously and it's getting bad, maybe invite the parents,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
And I think it's the same thing here. When students are not listening, you remind them of the rules. You say, okay, there are points, you give them the points. Sometimes when it gets very bad, maybe you call admin in and sometimes they shake them a bit and they will straighten up for whatever time. But it's all about management. It depends on the school's policy. You go with which one. So my school currently, sometimes we do have the, like last year when I was having a difficult time, I used to have my principal come to the class, and sometimes my dean will come, or people from admin will just come and be in the class because my kids were not ready to listen. They want to do what they want to do. So I mean, it was difficult, but I mean, these are some of the things. And also, one way of managing this is building a rapport with the students. But at the beginning I had a lot of challenges and it was rocky, but getting to the end, we formed a good bond where they were like, oh, Mr. Lewana, can we watch the game? There's a game playing Champions League sometimes. When they were ending a Champions League game, we'll be at dismissal. So like on my phone I watch the game and I'll let them work like 10 minutes whilst they are waiting for their parents. So then we had to form a bond, and that is one thing I'm trying a lot to do this academic year. So I mean, not a bond to be like holding them or anything, but just making sure that you pick the right conversations with them. You laugh with them. They know when the boundary ends. They know when to do their work, and they know when they know when consequences will come when they break the rules.
Oh, okay. Fred, let me add a follow up to this. So is an accent a challenge? So that those of us who wants to come, we start watching American movie and we start speaking.
That's a good question.
So that's a good question, but let me tell you, accent is not a challenge at all. Like my current class, like sometimes when I mention a word and it's not what they are used to, they will try to, oh, you mean this, and I don't take it in a bad way. I'm taking it because mine position is a cultural exchange program. I'm learning from them, they are learning from me, and that's what teachers do. Like you learn from your student and they learn from you. So they teach me, but sometimes when I mention some words, they be like, what? Like you mean like last year when I came, I think I have a video on my TikTok. I'm like, when I say water, like, Mr. Donor, what is water? You mean water? Yeah, I mean water. So yeah, but the students beginning, some of them were really they were laughing at my accent, but then they got used to it because you hear
Yeah.
it so many times. And my current students, they've heard me before, so it's not like going back. But some of the accents, it's funny to them. I don't think it's bad. I just think they are getting used to it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
by one thing, you don't need to sound like them. You just need to be yourself.
I see. So we have Tony asking that can you add your diploma to your bachelor's when applying? So back home people have 3-year diploma and maybe 2 years top up. When you're applying, that means that you go through WES evaluation. Is this something feasible, or you necessarily have to have a continuous 4-year, 8 semester bachelor's degree?
Okay, that's a good question. So if you have your diploma and you did a top up,
Hmm.
evaluate all the documents, because sometimes your diploma and the top up will take you roughly 5 years.
Yeah.
And what they are looking for is a 4 years program. So it falls within. And if you have a master's degree, bachelor's degree, diploma, evaluate all documents at once. And because I think it's the same amount of money you pay. I think so. So don't separate them and say you are doing this separate. Put all the documents together.
Teacher Noto, you've been through the process. God bless you for not gatekeeping, sharing your experience with other people. Somebody wants to go through the process. They need some form of advice or maybe assistance. How do they get in touch with you?
I think the fastest way to get in touch is sending me a message on my social media or
Okay.
sending my email. Email, send me a message on my DM on social media. I'll respond quickly. No, mostly I'll check my email at the end of the day, and I'll not be able to, you know. Some people send me email, but I don't know. Send me a DM on my social media,
Yeah.
TikTok or Instagram or Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So I'll be sharing Teacher Notice YouTube channel, so it makes it easier for you to follow Teacher Notice on Facebook. But of course, Teacher Notice is also on YouTube. You can check the YouTube channel out. We have a lot of very nice, content you're shooting on the YouTube channel. Would you be able to tell us what is coming up? What should we look forward to?
Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be um, suggesting some schools that you can apply to on my
Mm,
yeah, for different states. I think I need to work on that. And because when I was searching for the schools, I I mean that's what I was thinking. US, you have 50 states, so I had to narrow down my search to like 4 states, and I was just searching and then for school district and applying. But some people were like, oh, so which one should we do? Which states? I try all of them. But also this answers a question to someone in the yes, this is mine. And I also share a lot of travel content. I mean, my daily life going around. So a lot of my shorts are random stuff, but I think you enjoy it.
that's
And if you want to target some states, let me tell you, there are about 5 states that have the highest J1 teacher application for the 2023-2024 academic year. And the first one is North Carolina. So
okay.
if you're looking to do application, yeah, North Carolina, then we have California, Arizona, South Carolina, Florida, and I missed one, New Mexico.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
Mexico, the ever come. New Mexico. That's my friends in New Mexico. It's an interesting place to be, honestly. New Mexico.
I haven't been there, but yeah,
Yes,
they have.
it's desert like. It's closer to Arizona, Nevada, Colorado area. Yeah, so yeah, it's a nice place, honestly. All right, low cost of living. It's great over there, and a lot of universities over there as well. It's been a good conversation with Teacher Note. If you tuned in, remember that this session will still be live across all the Fred Effect social media platforms, and you can rewatch, learn from what we shared.
Okay, Fred, I think there are so many questions on TikTok, but
Okay, you want us to respond to some of them? Okay.
yeah, sorry if we missed your question. I think someone asked about which state. I think I mentioned 6 states.
Hmm.
Okay. North Carolina, South Carolina, Arizona, Florida, California, and what did I mean? New Mexico,
Yeah.
6. So yeah, this data is for 2024, 2023, 2024. And that
Yeah.
is the most current data available. We don't have the one for 2024, 2025. So for anyone asking. Um, Someone is talking about their uh, their pay in Ghana. Frankly, I for some of them I can't relate. Like when I was in Ghana.
Yeah. I think that if you are employed by GES, Ghana Education Service, a little bit different the dynamics, but Teacher Note was working in a private institution, so that's a bit different.
Yeah.
All right.
And someone was saying that, Masa, you can't forget about medical bills. You'll be fine.
Shout out to Dr. Kofi. So I think people want to know about the interview. How many times did you go for your interview? And did you have it? Which embassy was it? Is it an Accra embassy? You had to travel as well.
Okay, good question. But one thing too is that Fred, for the new update, non-immigrant visas, we can't travel outside of Ghana to
That's
apply for visa. So, I mean, for anyone who's asking, I went to the Ghana embassy,
okay.
and Fred, I've been refused a US visa before. That was 2018. So I was a bit nervous, and I didn't know what to expect. But then
Hmm.
also I had my personal things ongoing. Then when I went, I did when they gave me the expedited appointment. I still didn't get an earlier date. I got a date too close to my reopening school in the US.
Okay.
So when I went there, they asked me my experience. Oh, tell me about your teaching experience, where you are going to teach. And then the counselor checked the day. I'm like, oh, school resumes on Tuesday. Why are you still here? I'm like, oh, I didn't get an early appointment. Like, are you in Accra? Said yes. I said, okay, come pick your visa tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
So it was quick. So then I went to the embassy the following day to pick my visa, and then that was it. Then I had to transition to um,
I've seen the video you made on, and of course, if you don't know how to go about transcript evaluation, that's why some of these content are very important. So make sure you subscribe to Nortenazel YouTube channel, Nortey and Nazeer. Please subscribe. So he took his
Okay,
time.
so Fred, before you go, you see the other video there?
Yeah.
The other video, I sent it to like a sponsorship agency. I was introducing myself. I want to delete it, but I also just want to leave it to show people what I was doing when I was sending my application. So I had to
Yeah.
introduce myself and say something. Don't play it. I don't think I'll like it.
Right.
So,
So,
so I
so I
was
think maybe
introducing
we can change the title and thumbnail so that it will be an educative video to people who
yeah,
will be probably doing the same thing.
yeah. Okay, so I'll do that.
So there's a step by step on how to get your transcript evaluated. If this is the first time you're hearing about transcript evaluation, he already have a video on that explaining how you could remember the educational transcript evaluation. It's different from the professional transcript evaluation. So follow the steps on how he did it, and it will be easy for you to do. Of course, he'll be making content on, and one of the content I want you to make is the document required when you're going for a J1, visa interview. If you could walk us through that real quick, what were the documents? So I know when everything is successful, you're going to get DS 2019. Of course, if you're a student, it's I-20. But the
Yeah.
DS 2019, what other document did you carry along when going for your interview?
I mean, for U.S. embassy sake, I had to carry my home ties.
Okay.
I had a car, so I took my car documents, and I also took. I had some money in my account, but it wasn't huge. I think minimum $1,000. I had that in my equivalent in CDs. I had that, and I also had my pay stub, 3 months previous, and then I had my recommendation letter from my friend, my colleagues. What else did I take? I think basically, yeah, these are the,
So
and then my DS 2019.
yeah, the DS 20.
Very important, very important,
Yeah.
very important.
So
And then
DS
the passport photo.
yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, and then the passport photo, the US standard passport photo.
Mm. Yeah. So obviously your passport DS 2019, DS1C confirmation page, appointment confirmation page, the passport size photo, the proof of funds. When you say proof of funds, did you have to send these documents to the institution before they release your DS 2019?
No, when you pay your when you pay your service fees, they
Mhm.
are going to send you your DS 2019 documents.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. All right. And yes, of course, service fee payment confirmation page for the J1
And then
visa.
if you are married, you also need your marriage certificate
That's very
to
important.
go to. But you may not ask, but it's better for you to be over prepared than under prepared.
And that's a strong proof of home ties as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Too.
that's great. It's been a great conversation. Talking to Teacher Note all the way from Milwaukee, right? Wisconsin.
Yeah, yeah. With Milwaukee, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so we've been talking to Teacher Note all the way from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Ben is in the UK. Fred is somewhere hanging around. I hope from state to state. So I've been moving around. Anyway, so it's been a great conversation talking to Teacher Note. He shared his experience with us through becoming a teacher in the US, transitioning from teaching in Ghana, going through the process on a J1 visa. He showed us how he did it. You can also do it as well. All right. Any final takeaway, like any final comments for anybody who tuned in today?
I want to thank everyone for coming to listen, following and sharing my content, and I also want to thank my friends and family, Miss Hammer.
What else,
And I,
yeah.
Yeah, I also want to thank my friend, my very good friend, Afro Gallerism, Serge Atukwe Clotte. Serge is my friend from childhood, and for those of you who don't know Serge Atukwe Clotte, he's one of the biggest artists in Ghana. I mean, I think he's on the same par with Ibrahim Ahama, the
Oh,
artist.
I
So
see.
yeah, you guys should check him out. Sage Atukwe Clotte on Instagram. I want to thank him so much, and also to my brother Papa Shango. I do appreciate everyone.
I see. It's always nice to be grateful to people who lended a helping hand in one way or the other. Super amazing. All right, Ben. Final remarks, and then we bring it to a close for today.
Yeah, before teacher goes, he needs to answer this. Teacher, studying abroad, studying in US and then teaching in US. Which one should we go for? With the experience at the moment.
Oh, I'll tell you that come and work in a steady. I
you
mean,
prefer you
if
prefer
if you want to use studying, I mean, I think I advise people studying or working, visit there out. No young people. Young people normally they don't give us the like visit visas. They don't really give that. So if you are not coming to do something so urgent, don't apply for like B1, B2 visa. Don't apply for visit visa. Schooling or working, choose one.
Okay. Thank
Thank you so much, Teacher Note. I really appreciate your time. God bless.
Thank you for hosting me, Fred. And Fred, I also want to thank you for the work you're doing for a lot of students who want to migrate or come to the US to teach. I think
Yeah.
I have lots of people who say, "Oh, Fred effect," and for me, work teaching in the abroad hasn't been on my radar, so I didn't really look into you. But I've also messaged you on Instagram before, no,
Oh,
on
okay.
X before, but I didn't look at your profile as like, "Oh, Fred effect." I didn't look at that. I was just
Yeah.
looking for, okay, I'm looking for a visa appointment. Who can I talk to? Like, so
Yeah.
I just searched it on my ex, and then your name came up, and then I had to send you a message.
Oh, I
So
see.
thank you all for for the years of service. And one of my followers, Abik, who say, "Oh, he's been following you from
Oh, I
long." So yeah,
really appreciate. Yeah,
yeah.
we are all trying to do our best. It's easier to say that maybe you want to send somebody money from here.
Mm,
How
mm,
about if the person has the same qualification and then you can also assist the person do the same thing that we did? You understand?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, yeah, we are just putting in what we can to support our brothers and sisters who are interested in working on the process. It's not been easy trying to focus on your own life and trying to assist other people, but you know, God
Mm,
is in control.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Nice. Ben, so we will come we'll be here next week. Our guest is going to be that's starting from next month, right? We'll be talking about studying in the UK, and then our guest will be a wonderful lady. So that will be next month. We already, if people don't know, let's give them a gist that we already have our guest scheduled from now until December ending. So we have everything planned out, including next year January. So if somebody want to come on now, probably it will be like somewhere next year. So we have everything planned out. We've been consistent. It's not been easy, but every week we try to pull up, and we've been consistent from day one. We appreciate the support everybody is giving us on all our social media platforms. Right now, we are like 180,000 on YouTube, 160 something on and TikTok, over 22,000 on Instagram, and X is close to 50,000. So to be consistent on all these social media platforms for the number of years, it's no joke. So we appreciate the support, and everybody has been helpful, and the Fred Effect team obviously is very grateful. Ben, any final words before we go?
Yeah, just to highlight that, per what transpired with our teacher noted today, you see that the life actually depends on you and where you want to go. So if moving to any country is your motive, is your desire, nothing can stop you. You just need to get the right information and how to navigate yourself through. And this is what we have been doing for the past decade. So we just entreat each and everyone to make sure that you make people become aware of the TFE social media handles, and we are here to help to make sure that you get the needed information to support your journey. Thank you for always tuning in, joining us live for interesting conversation all the time. We shall meet, God willing, next week.
Yeah, so we earlier made mention that of course people knew that the visa requirement, there were some sort of changes in terms of 3 months visa instead of the multiple entry. We have a new information coming in from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, talking about the negotiations that has led to a reversal of this. And so now, if you are applying for a non-immigrant visa, you could get multiple entry and also up to 4 or 5 years, depending on where the category of visa you're going to. This is great news, and it will be helpful, especially to international students who used to have like 3 months. That was something else. So yeah, I'm yet to see that information reflect on the travel.state.gov website, but now the U.S. Embassy Ghana social media platform confirmed it, and the Honorable's Twitter handle also posted it. So it means that this is something we can trust. All right, it's been a great session. We appreciate your time. Remember that the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of ex or former visa officers that, if you're able to get an appointment, please do not leave it to chances. Put in the preparation. Of course, the Fred Effect team for more than half a decade has a mock interview platform that you can join to prepare. Also, talk to the Argo Visa team. This is the link you can use to schedule a one-on-one session with an ex-visa officer. We have been having, multiple conversations with some of the ex-visa officers, and you can check out most of the videos we've had with them on the YouTube channel as well, and learn from the suggestions and the advice they give if you're applying for a visa. But you could have a one-on-one session where your DS-160 could be reviewed. You could have a one-on-one mock session with an ex-visa officer before you talk to the visa officer at the embassy. Use the link to schedule a meeting with them. It's easy to talk to the Fred Effect team. We are the only team that is currently handling undergraduate applications for free. And so if you schedule a one-on-one meeting, the link is shown on the screen. We will be able to go through your document, let you know how the entire process is going to work, and then we'll take your documents, we'll work on the application for you. If you're interested in a graduate program or want to apply for master's or PhD, this is more than half a decade of doing this. It's a lot of experience. We've been able to consistently over the years assist thousands of people to in diverse ways, to achieve their goal of studying abroad. And so if you want to talk to the Fred Effect team, it's easy. Send a direct message to us on our Instagram handle. That is the only way you can reach us. Please, we do not have a Telegram, whatever platform, we don't. But we only reply to messages on our verified Instagram handle, which is over 23,000 family members over there. But if you want to have a one-on-one conversation, time is money. So you use the link on the screen to schedule a one-on-one meeting so that we talk about your process and see how best the team can support you. It's been a great session. I want you to understand that please, you need to be positive. Everything will be fine. It's not going to be easy, but it will be definitely worth it. No condition is obviously permanent. Whatever you're going through is just temporal. Go through, such as life. Nobody has it, all rosy. Everybody's in one way or the other going through something. Just go through whatever you're going through. Make sure you smile, and please be positive and know that everything will be fine. I'll see you next week.